guys, it's Hue and I'm back with another video. Guys, I'm so excited about this video because we're talking about mobility. Mobility is really just optimal flexibility and range of motion. So essentially it's just the ability to move freely. Guys, we need that for everyday living, you know, not just to be active, but to our functional things, waking up and getting out of the bed, sitting down, standing up, getting in and out of the shower, in and out of the car. If you're cooking, getting things out of the cabinet, putting things up. It's just the basic things that we do every day. And if we don't train our bodies properly, then we can get a muscle imbalance and can cause limited mobility and then like other issues. It just sets us up for injury, which we don't need. So let's talk about it and let's figure out what could be causing it and how to fix it. So if you say, for instance, you work a job where you're sitting a lot, okay? So you have your hips flexed. Almost missed that. You have your hips flexed a lot. Say you work on a computer, you might get those shoulders rounded and your head is kind of jutting forward and you don't realize that. But in that situation, you have muscles that are contracted for a long time. You have the other muscles, the opposing muscles, doing what they're supposed to do. So they're lengthening, allowing them to contract. And when they stay like that for a long time, we get an imbalance. Now they're not popping back the way they should. So now we have an imbalance and some muscles doing more than they should. So it kind of throws us off, sets us up for injury. Exercise. Say when we're trying to build glutes, we're doing all of these squats, all of these things to build glutes up. And then we're not working those other muscles and there's some muscle imbalance. It can cause injury. Now, the way our body is set up, it's like a chain. So if we have lower back pain, that pain can go down, trickle down into our hips, down to our knees and ankles and so forth. Or it can go up into the shoulders and the neck. So it's very important that we pay attention to that and try to figure out how to fix it. So I'm going to tell you the body stance that I want you to be in, and I'm going to give you some checkpoints to pay attention to when you're doing these exercises that I'm going to give you. All right. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments or send me a private message if you don't want to leave them in the comments. But I'll be more than happy to answer those questions for you. For the checkpoints, we're going to start with our feet shoulder width apart, toes facing forward, knees in line with your second and third toes, hips level, shoulders level, head level, chin, back, core tight. Okay, we call it drawing in. I want you to draw that belly button into your back. I like to think about rolling my hips under to get this arch out of my back. Okay, so those are the checkpoints that we are going to pay attention to as we go into this little exercise routine that I have for you. Okay, so you're going to start out with some static stretches, okay? We're not going to get deep into flexibility right now anyway because I don't know which muscles you need to stretch more and which ones you need to lengthen. So that's why I want to teach you so you know how to listen to your body so you know how to catch those things. And that way when I show you different flexibility exercises or stretches, you'll know, okay, I don't need to do that one because I'm already lengthened there. And so, if that makes sense, we'll get to that. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is 3 stretches. You're going to pick 3. It may be pulling the arm across, hold them for 30 seconds, 3 exercises for 30 seconds, 3 stretches. If you stretch one arm, stretch the other, obviously. So you're just going to pull. I'm just showing you some different ones. These may not even apply to you or what you need. You know what body parts of yours that gets really tight. Push the heel down to stretch the back of the leg. Still stretching the back of the leg. Bend the leg. There we go. So there you go. So then you have 5 to 10 minutes of cardio exercise. Side note, okay? It is recommended that we get 150 minutes of cardio a week. So that's what, 5 days, 30 minutes. You don't have to do 30 minutes all together. You can split that up. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15, however you want to split it up, you can do that. But the grand total by the end of the week should be 150 minutes. If you do this exercise, maybe you want to throw your cardio in here. You do 10 minutes at the beginning of this workout and 10 minutes at the end, and you have 20 minutes right there. That cardio could be as simple as a walk. It could be turning on music and dancing, marching in place, stepping side to side. whatever it is that you want to do. You're not trying to get winded. Like, just, you should be able to talk. If you can't talk and do your exercise, then you're doing a little bit too much. I want you to bring it back, okay? So that's that. That's your side note, 150 minutes of cardio each week. You can add that here, or it may be optional. Say you went for a 30-minute walk all day, so you're gonna skip the cardio on this workout. That's totally fine, okay? So now we're gonna go into some core and balance exercises. Now the core is really important too, because we wanna learn, the core is so important for movement of our limbs. So we wanna make sure it's stabilized, okay? So we're gonna head down to the floor. We're gonna put our feet, toes facing forward, knees over the second and third toes. Get those hips level, shoulders, and all we're gonna do is push our belly button to the floor. As we do that, we're gonna march our feet. I only want you to bring your legs as high as you can with keeping your lower back on the floor. Once your lower back starts to come up, bring the legs down some. The next exercise that I want you to do is we're gonna go over to a plank. Now I'm trying to give you exercises where we're not doing a lot of movement here, so you can work on engaging the core, and that way that's going to help with that mobility as well and stabilization. You can start on your knees here. You can go out. You can keep your knees down, arms down, elbows down. You can pull up on the toes. You can push up on the hands. I hope I was in frame then, but that's our plank. So that's the 2 core exercises that we're gonna do, and stabilizing all the way around, okay? The next thing we're gonna do is balance. We're gonna stand on one leg. You can hold on to a chair, wall, whatever it is that you may need or may not. You're gonna lift one leg up. You don't have to lift it high. You can start here. We're gonna count for 20 to 30 seconds and do both legs. If that's not challenging enough, you can lift the leg higher. You can extend the leg, or the second exercise I want you to do is start here. Like I said, you can hold, put a finger on something if you need to. Try not to grasp it, but just here. You can reach and back in. Hands on hips, reach and back in. So balance is very important. So we have our core and our balance. Now we're gonna get into our resistance training exercises, okay? Now, I'm going to show you the exercise. I'm also going to show you what typically happens so you can pay attention for your body. With these exercises, I would love for you to do them at least 3 times a week. You can do them more. And I want you to work on progressing the exercise. So maybe the first time you do it with no weights and you're just trying to pay attention to your body. You can add water bottles, canned goods, resistance bands, dumbbells, whatever you have that's equal weight. You can add these to this exercise, to these exercises. Feet shoulder width apart, so on and so forth. Toes, knees, hips, shoulders, chin, core. We're gonna start with a shoulder press. So you're gonna start with your arms here. You're gonna extend the arms over the head, squeeze in the core, and back down. We're doing 12 to 20 repetitions of each exercise. We're not going to do all of those right now for the sake of time, but 12 to 20, and you can do 1 to 3 sets. Maybe you want to work those up each time you do it. From the side, this is generally what happens. We start here, and as we push up, we arch the back. That is what we want to make sure not to happen. We want to keep that core nice and tight and stay stable here. Okay, the next exercise we have is going to be a bicep curl. Same body stance and checkpoints. You're going to elbows into the body. You're going to curl up and squeeze and back down. Up and squeeze and back down. 12 to 20 reps. The next exercise, we're going to turn. Same stance. So now we're going to stagger the legs. We're going to step back. We're going to lean forward a little bit. Core tight. You can hold something if you need to, or place the hand on the leg. You're going to extend the arms back. That's a kick back and back in. Squeeze. We're working the back side of your arm and in. Just like that, 12 to 20 reps. Working our way down, we are now going to go into squats. Now with squats, you can do squats with your toes out, but that's not the squat we're gonna do. Right now, we're just trying to figure out what's going on with our body, if anything is going on, but we're going to address it. We're gonna pay attention to it. So with our feet shoulder width apart, tracking forward, we are going to squat back. We're going to hinge at the hips, pushing the hips back and squatting down as far as we can squat without arching the back. Once we start doing this, we're going to stop and come back up some. So here, this may be it. Okay? Here and up. So, what I want you to pay attention to is if your knees start to fold in, like knock knees, because sometimes with that we get an arch in our back. So we need to start tightening up some muscles and stretching out some other muscles. So pay attention to that. And the last exercise we're going to do is toe raises or calf raises. With the core tight, we're going to come up on the toes and back down, lifting up, control up and control down. After that, that's the exercises. So you're going to go back into your cardio, 5 to 10 minutes. It is optional. And then you're going to do 3 stretches again. Hold them for 30 seconds. So I hope that you guys understand the importance of mobility training. So exercise is not always about burning calories to lose weight and to build muscle. Now, when you're doing these exercises, we'll start progressing and you'll see that you still get a very good workout, and all of those things are still very possible. They're just now done with more core control and full range of motion, but you're still going to get the same benefits. We're just going to take a step back, make sure we're doing it right so your body will love you. All right, so that is all that I have for you for this video. I love you guys and I hope you have a great day. Mwah.